really and truly, when I meditate on this image, and this is what the priests came to when on the Feast of the Assumption in 2019, we gathered here in my office. This was before pandemic, when we used to do physical gatherings. Remember those days? Yeah. We gathered here, and because it was the Feast of the Assumption, we always start a meeting like that, a pastoral meeting with a Lectio Divina. So I was going to read from the text for the Assumption, and I said, you know something? No. And I came into my office, picked up the painting, and put it on an easel. I said, gentlemen, today we're going to do a Visio Divina. What do you see? And for about 45 minutes, we worked with this text. For 45 minutes, we worked with the text. We really worked with it. And people just prayed with it and prayed with it and prayed with it. And at the end of the Visio Divina, everything we wanted to communicate had become very clear to all of us gathered. That when we believe the communities like Yoruba Village are portals to the divine, then we start to see something of the mystical that is ever present before our eyes that we don't easily see. And until we can see and believe that communities like Yoruba Village, Chinatown, Enterprise, and our coastal communities are portals to the divine, we would not have understood the true significance either of the incarnation or of the Assumption or of the message of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Because these three speak to this one reality. And it is in understanding that we start understanding what is so significant here. That the image that Kingston has given to us as a meditation on the Assumption reminds us that it is in a community like this that we have to have the eyes to see where God is present. And we have to go into these communities not to bring God in, but to find God who is already there and already present there and already working there and already doing amazing things there. And that is a difference in perspective.
That's a big difference in perspective. I love what you just said. Not to bring God there, because many times when we go into communities, we feel we bring in God to the people. But that's fantastic, and I could see why Kingston wrestled with this. It's like wrestling with God. He had to wrestle with this to see the stairs, and that's beautiful.
Absolutely. And he wrestled, I suppose, like Jacob for is about 7, 8 years. He wrestled there, and the image emerged and emerged and emerged. And when it came to me, and he said, "Well, look at it and see if there's anything you think should be touched." I lived with it for 2-3 months, and I couldn't. I said, "Jackie, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect as it is. Let's not spoil genius.